Y'all, y'all didn't see me yesterday. Determination is important. And it is equally important to give yourself grace. You know, yesterday was a very special day. And though I was kind of disappointed that I didn't do a live or post, I reminded myself how far I've come since I started doing this grow room for witches. And we've hit 200. And that is awesome because the followers for a moment was not even moving at a snail's pace. It was like every once in a blue moon type of pace. But now it's climbing, and it's climbing consistently daily. So I appreciate that. And that mainly comes from consistency and determination because being a single mom, I've definitely learned to develop a sense of self importance, right? Because I do everything for my daughters. However, because I know that my children are still very young and I'm raising them by myself, I mean, no shade, I'm not complaining or anything. It's just different for those of us who have young children and want to be like promoting themselves via social media, be it like self business promotion or you just want to be a content creator. Um, it's hard. Like sometimes you have to be flexible because your children might not stick to a strict schedule, and they don't, especially young children. Like sometimes they do, and other days are just like off the rail and off the cuff, and you got to be flexible about that, right? You got to be able to like just take a deep breath, recenter, and maybe go outside. Yeah, that's why like I've noticed like a lot of content creators like do their work in their car. They got like children, young children, or young grandchildren around because they be loud and having fun in the background, and you don't want to disturb their fun, but you also don't want to be disturbed. So it's that self determination, that self love that I mentioned earlier. Like it's okay, just step outside, let them do them, enjoy some sunlight, or sit in your car. I don't know. I like to sit in the sun. So that's my setup for today. That's where I am now. And it's Tuesday. I know I do destruction and protection spells on Tuesdays. And my destruction oil is finally ready. And I will be um I will be transferring it into a new container. I will be sifting the larger particles out, if that makes sense. The ingredients are quite diabolical, as they should be, because it is destruction oil. So, like, y'all don't, like, especially nowadays, like, I find it so cute how, like, most magic, like glam magic and money magic, is completely lie. And of course it should, like, the ingredients smell good, the affirmations, the spells, because spells and affirmation go hand in hand, chanting, all of that's the same, are really cute, and it's supposed to be, right? And is widely accepted among those who are either baby witches and or interested in the craft. However, when you see people on there like teaching you how to make destruction oils, or like having destruction oil tutorials, or like hex jars and stuff like that, like a lot of hex jars are cute too. Diabolical, like in their own way. Like you got the hex powder with graveyard dirt, and then you got other stuff that's like not so cute, does not smell good at all, and those are still ingredients. Like, y'all gotta understand the resourcefulness and the energy and frequency in any item is the tools that a witch will use, right? To be resourceful. I have children, young children at that, so what I'm not finna do is go to a graveyard site and dig up soil and bring it back to my house. I'm not gonna do that. Some people can if they feel called to do so, but like I've told y'all before, like my ancestors, like, and there are a lot of them too, like they roam around me. It be other stuff that my children see, so I don't want to take chances with catching the eye of any other spirit and it following me and my children home. That's not what we gonna do. Y'all gotta understand, like, when you go to graveyards, the souls connected to that soil are connected to that soil. Like y'all could do that shit if y'all want to. Y'all could go up to the gravesite, dig up some dirt, ask for permission, whatever have you. Permission or not, those souls are still connected to that dirt. And the way that a lot of souls move, like, they are allowed to go places in which their energy is connected to, right? So their dead body, that's energy, the energetic field from the body, because like you have your soul's energetic field, and then your body also has its energetic field too. So all these birds, it's cute birds too, showing up for confirmation. Got the woodpeckers, got the cardinals, the blue jays. Anyway, so their body is also, your body has its own energetic field, and even when your body dies, like, that energy is still there, right? Until it decays completely, that energy is still there, right? Until the bones decay completely, that energy is still there. So places where, like, their hair is, their nails are, their bones are, like, for example, if you have someone who passed away but you kept a lock of their hair, wherever you are and their hair is, they can travel there, right? They could also travel to the grave site in which they were buried. They can also travel to any place where, if they're cremated, their ashes are. So if you take soil from a graveyard where so many souls are connected to, that's like a whole banquet party invitation you bring it into your motherfucking house. So that's why I personally, like, I've thought about it, and every time I've had an opportunity to do so, my higher self was like, no. Don't do that. Like, my sight might not be the strongest, but my peripheral strong as shit. I stay catching shit out my peripheral, but my daughters, their sight is quite strong. So yeah, I'm not finna do that. Like, I've got enough going on with, like I said, like, we live in a world where you can live in a house, apartment complex, a neighborhood, and not even know you're sitting on a burial site, bitch. Who said you can perch on me? Looking like I don't even know what the hell you was. Looking like a mosquito, but you got other stuff going on with you. Where you go? Anyway, shit. I don't fuck with mosquitoes. We don't do that. I fuck with a lot of insects. Mosquitoes and roaches are not one of them. So yeah. Anywho, um, yeah, burial sites are often everywhere, and you won't know it. That was just so random how I freaked out just now. Like y'all, it's a lot of different insects popping up, so be aware of that so you don't freak out like I did, because they'll look like a fucking ladybug on the wings but body shaped like a big ass mosquito, and I'm just like, where the fuck did you come from? Like, what dimension did you hop out of? And just have the balls to be perched on my wrist just chilling. Anywho, so yeah, so like um graveyards are quite literally everywhere, and you won't even know it. And to me, a graveyard is a place where any dead body is buried, and there are lots of them in the United States that have homes and towns and cities and apartment complex, high rises just built right on top of them bitches. And it's a can you blow yourself? Can you blow yourself? Can you heal your own stomach? Maybe you should practice magic, since you like to come up in here and ask me to keep doing you all these favors, bitch, and you don't drop no motherfucking coins. Okay, you ain't paying my bills. I ain't got to do shit for free, which I don't. But I find that cute that you could just still come up in here and make that same comment. um, Maybe you should put your mouth to work instead of asking me to blow shit. That part. Anyway, yeah, so with that being said, those with the sight, whether it's peripheral, you have strong peripheral vision where you see things out your peripheral, or no matter how you see them, he jumped the fuck up out of here. Anywho, um, like I don't want that type of energy. Like I'm very respectful, and I definitely cold. I can be cold hearted, and I can be nice. Like I'm balanced like that. Hence the fucking name. Okay? So I'ma match your energy, and even if you think you being cute and nice and passive aggressive, bitch is still aggressive, and I won't be passive about shit. Yeah, clock that without the fingers. Anyway, so like you'll see these things, like no matter how strong your sight is for the paranormal, the veil, the spiritual realm. I know. And I'm gonna keep swinging. I'm gonna keep swinging every time, y'all. Like the birds, I fucking love them. Just said swing on that ass, yes. And I'm gonna keep swinging. I'm gonna get a branch and swing the shit out that ass. So yeah, like, um, because no matter the strength of your sight, you're gonna see them, right? They roam wherever they're connected to. So like, knowing where I am, I know that there's going to be like energies that just walk through my motherfucking house and leave because they could do that. Bitch, I wasn't here first. They were. Okay. And I just like mind my business with that. So I'm not going to go to a graveyard and actively collect some shit. And like I be thinking, like, what's the purpose of that? I know like the energy of graveyard, as like the energetic purpose of graveyard dirt and spells is like to bring forth death, to bring forth death in a certain form. And I'm also starting to think like it's to really just probably scare people to death, because you're using this soil that could be connected to so many entities and or spirits, souls, whatever, and you what, like put somebody's name in there and be like, go fuck with them, scare the shit out of them, and then like, yeah, until they like have a heart attack or something. The entertainment purposes only. I do not condone violence. Therefore, that is why I take back that statement. TikTok, don't be mad at me. But that's why I don't use graveyard dirt. So lots of things were said. Yeah, I wonder if that guy will pop back up in my live again. Like, y'all think y'all could tap a like button and then say wild shit? Like, you could try that. You could try that here. You'll be sadly mistaken. I will go on you. I will go on you. I will flow on you, and I will have no regrets. I will sleep like a baby, as I tend to do. I tend to sleep quite nicely. Okay, so like, yeah, there are other ingredients you can use. Like, you can use roaches, you can use nails, rusty nails preferably, um, to cause discomfort and stagnation in someone's life who you plan to hex, right? Mold, you can use moldy bread, right? Because I associate moldy bread as an energy that eats up wealth, right? I associate mold as a wealth consumer, right? So the energy of the term having a hole in your pocket. That is why I like to use mold in my hex spells. So I put it in my hex oil because I want to what's the word I'm looking for? Not conceal. I want to contain that energy, right? I want to seal in that energy of leaky pocket syndrome and the individuals that I am hexing, and I not like that because money is an energy, right? And energy can't be made nor can it be destroyed. It's just existing, right? So a lot of witches, be it man or female, who understand this, that is why they make the bold claim of, making money doing by just existing, right? Money comes to you by just existing. That energy, that currency, that flow, it is attracted to you, right? So if you ever come across a witch who is doing a money spell for you and or teaching you how to do it yourself, right? Knowing that words are very important in spell work. If they make a phrase like, I want to make certain amount of money, 9 times out of 10 that ain't gonna work, because energy is not made or destroyed, it exists, right? So you want to attract a certain amount of money, energy to you in a certain amount of time and a certain amount, and you want it consistently, right? Say that you want it to flow, or just state that you are grateful to receive said amount and that you are grateful to receive it monthly, consistently, or whatever, right? So those are all great things. And then, you add your other tools and or ingredients, be it a sigil, cinnamon for success, coffee for rapidness. What's a good one for consistency? I guess cinnamon is also good for consistency too. Y'all drop a good herb for consistency in the chat. I want to see where y'all at with that, because creativity and resourcefulness is the main thing, the main ingredient in the witch's life, right? In the witch's toolbox, in a tool belt. So not focusing too much on like certain herbs that you gotta get from Amazon or whatever witchy shop down the street. Whatever you have on hand, especially if you're just starting out, right? So, yeah, that's cool. Or you could just like continuously do one money spill weekly, monthly, whatever. It's like a contract, right? It's like a contract. It's like when you, for example, I know a lot of my EBT girlies are going to understand this. Like when you receive welfare, it's an energy, right? And you have to fill out a contract in order to receive that for consistently for a certain amount of time, right? From month to month for a certain amount of time. So you would do your money spells the same way, pretty much. You would create a contract. I abide by said rules, and I receive said amount of money. And that's another thing. When I tell y'all, these motherfuckers know magic so well, you can see it in the verbiage and terminology that they use in their contracts. You shall receive. You shall no longer receive. Bitch, receive. Receive is not the same as making. Okay? So, you make something, you're giving your energy to receive it. Right? So, if you go to a job, right, and they'll tell you, you will make about this amount of money per hour. That's disrespectful. Because is your energy, your time really worth only $8 an hour? I mean, if it is, that's you. That's cool or whatever. But if it's not, right, and you would like to assert your godliness, your goddessness, and stand on that, yeah, definitely do a money spell and receive what your energy is actually worth. Do a money contract to receive a very respectable amount monthly and put that in your contract. I've learned or was taught that money bags, like mojo bags, they have a certain shelf life. Jars, they have a longer shelf life than money bags. So like if it's something that you want monthly, put that in your petition, your contract, and shake it daily. Shake that thing. Shake that thing daily. Or you could do what I just did, and you can do a ritual sugar jar, which I highly fucking recommend. Bitch, on the second week, I was already seeing shit. And I appreciate that. I got this brilliant ritual spell from my higher self. So yeah, shout out to us. Bitch. Okay. um Yeah. Okay, so are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to receive the juicy tea about sugar jar rituals? And when I tell y'all that this shit work. Like, my glam oil definitely work. I don't sell it. I'll probably... Put her shoes on, let her come outside. Put her shoes on and let her come outside. Terrorists. terrorizing me. Whew. I let him do it yesterday because yesterday was special. Yeah, I allowed myself to be overworked yesterday. So much so that I'm spending a Tuesday recharging, y'all. Like, I'm definitely still doing my work. I'm glad I actually was able to finish my ritual on Monday, because I started them on Monday. But yeah, give me a second. I'ma make sure my little one, because she angry. And rightfully so, because she obsessed with me, girl. She obsessed with me, and I gave her a timeout because she thought she was going to keep throwing my stuff. Y'all, that now that the money is flowing, now that the abundance is flowing, it's definitely continuing to do so. And it's like a snowball effect, right? It starts off small and then it grows. Oh, I'm gonna have to go soon anyway, y'all. But so look, let me get y'all the tea for this money jar ritual, right? So y'all being authentic is key, right? Be authentic in yourself and be confident in yourself, no matter what you do every day. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. Stand in your godliness, male or female, right? That is key, right? You have to assume the position when you're working with life altering rituals and or spells, right? So this is the tea. Y'all ready? For a sugar jar ritual, first we're going to go over what you will need. You will need a jar. You will need a sigil if you have one. I use my sigil for money magnet. And you will need a bay leaf, sugar, of course, cinnamon for success, and for success in the spell, and coffee for the spell to manifest rapidly, to manifest in your life rapidly. Hey, you happy now? You needed to be outside too. I know. I was stressed. I needed some sun. I feel a lot better. So yeah, like those are the things that you'll need. And the sugar is to sweeten your petition to come to you, right? Effortlessly and sweetly. So the bay leaf is for your petition, right? Keep it short, keep it direct. Keep it short, keep it direct. So, for example, if you want a certain amount of money to come to you rapidly or consistently, right? For example, you want to receive $4,000 every month, monthly, right? You don't have to put an end time on it, just that for yourself, right? You would just received for received or I have $4,000 monthly. Thank you. That's it. That's it. For myself, I've started dabbling in crimson magic. If you know, you know. So I write my partitions in crimson ink on my bay leaf. And you would put that in there. I also write my sigil on the back of said partition. You put that in the jar, you activate it with your breath, right? You speak into it. That's what it means to activate something with your breath. So that, and then you have the element of water. You can use rainwater as an added boost for the manifestation of your spell. But if you don't have rainwater, and please do not destroy yourself and your spell by using storm water and rainwater. There is a difference. Meaning, Bitch, if it rains and it's just raining, there's no natural sounds like lightning and thunder in the background. That is just rainwater. If it is lightning and thunder in the background, bitch, that is storm water. Don't drink it. Anyway, you can use that as an added boost for your spell. Now, you would conduct this ritual. It doesn't really matter what day you do it. Just make sure you do it that same day every week, right? You shake it daily, definitely, still. So you would you would step by step get your jar. You have your ingredients, bitch. I just told you. You activate each ingredient one by one. You speak into the cup. After you add the water into it, rainwater, spring water, whatever, you go speak the petition in there and you shake it. You shake it daily for a week, 7 days, right? This is the magic of 7. This is the magic of breath, air. This is the magic of motherfucking water, bitch. Okay? This is the magic of crimson, right? Blood ritual magic, okay? And before you close the jar, if you don't use, your own crimson tag, you can use, put that down, it's covered in ants. Don't touch that. You can use, you can spit in the jar afterwards, right? That's your spiritual tag. Write your name in there, throw that in there too. So the accuracy of you receiving it, right, and no one else, comes directly to you. So you close it, you activate it again with light magic, fire magic, by lighting a money candle over top of the jar. You sit with it, right? After that, you shake it real good, and for the next 7 days, you'll be shaking it daily. You will be speaking to the water, the frequency of the jar, saying thank you and I love you, right? And on the 7th day, you would open the jar, you would sit with it in front of a candle, you would drink it, and you will sit there until the candle goes out, right? You will do this for 3 weeks consistently. Same time, same day. The time of the day doesn't really matter as long as you do it the same day. Now, that being said, if you want to start on a Thursday, your chances are even better. However, this is a ritual. It actually works. Living proof of it. And, I'm definitely going to do it again because that's how contracts work. Contracts have a time frame, and once that time frame is up, you just got to do it again. I'm going to do it again probably in another month or 2. Spirit is telling me in another month. So I'm going to do that. But, 3 weeks, bitch. You can do this every month if you don't have like a herb that you can use for consistency, because then that partition would come to you consistently for however long it lasts for, right? I'm hearing tobacco is a good, tobacco and the devil's lettuce is good for like consistency, for things holding in place. Or I might just use a oil, probably like olive oil or coconut oil. Yeah, one of those. Anyway, I love you all. I gotta go now. Do that and try it out, and may the force be with you. And to that